865 Gaming Conversations. I'm Gedalia. I got Ryan. I got Scott with me. This time we're working on microtransactions. The one thing I think everybody is very, very divided on. Scott, we're going to start with you on microtransactions. Sure. What's the most you would pay for a blue cape in the next Call of Duty?
0.
Okay.
I would not spend a penny.
What is something that you would pay for if you had a microtransaction?
I don't
in a
know
game,
that I've ever paid for anything microtransactions in a game. I don't know that I ever would. Yeah, I'm okay with it as long as it's not a pay to win. I'm okay with it being in the game if you want to get a certain item quicker than whatever, but it's not gonna make you overpowered.
So your issue is there's the golden sword of destruction, and
right.
I can grind for the next 6 months to get the golden sword of destruction, or I can go buy it. But your issue is
right, exactly.
Your issue is you can grind, but in order to get here, you have to buy the golden sword.
Exactly, that's my biggest problem. If you can still get the item through grinding, it'll just take a little bit extra time. I'm okay with that. If you're a gamer who just doesn't have a lot of time to invest into this to get this item, and you don't pay a little extra money, sure, that's fine and get it. But if you can only get the item by paying for it with a microtransaction, then I'm totally against that.
I'm okay with it for exceptions. So, for example, if you're playing a game and there's a character that you want to unlock, right? Maybe the game has this thing called golden whales in the mobile markets. That they like to buy those kind of items, and they want so let's say, for example, in Thunder God Battles, our game, we will have Odin as a purchasable character. He doesn't change the gameplay whatsoever. He doesn't affect the game. He doesn't affect your game. It's just it gives people a chance to support the developer really by having an unlockable character that's only through purchases.
Man, I'm actually totally fine with that as well. That doesn't change. Doesn't give you an advantage in the game.
The issue is advantages in the game.
Right.
I think Dota 2 does an amazing job on their microtransactions. There's tons of stuff you can earn. You can trade them back and forth. And then there's ones you can actually sell on their marketplace. Those are interesting ideas because they only visually change the game. They have zero effect to the actual gameplay, right? Sure. But they are visual changes. You want to customize
it? If you want to pay for that and you want that visual, that is totally. I'm nothing against that. Would I ever pay for a visual change of the game? No.
You might.
But I doubt it.
I mean, I'm saying if you find something you really like.
I know myself pretty well, and I don't see me ever paying for a microtransaction to change a visual thing in the game. I don't.
I've never bought anything, kind of.
I have on Dota. There have been because if you play with there's 200 plus characters, and if you play with 2 or 3 characters, and there's ones that look so cool.
Yeah. I can't say I never would because I don't. Who knows? I might get a game, but it's just there's some awesome thing I just really want to have. But for the most part, I can't see myself doing that. But I can't say that I never will because who knows?
I also think there's a big difference too. Let's be very clear. There's free to play games with microtransactions, and there's games you pay for and they have microtransactions.
That's true as well.
And that's a difference too. In my opinion, a free to play game, I have no issue with having microtransactions built into that. You're not paying to play the game anyway.
You're not paying anything anyway, right?
Guess what? Game developers, it's a job. They got to make money. But when you go and you pay $60 for a game,
World of Tanks is a great example.
Exactly.
Because it's a free to play game, but if you want to get their premium, where you get bonus XP, bonus money, you can pay whatever it is.
And there's certain tanks you have to purchase with their gold.
Right.
But again, those tanks are on. There's not like there's.
But they're on par with other tanks you can actually level up and get.
Yeah, exactly. There are tanks that you can only purchase, but they're not like trumping every other tank in game.
Right.
They're still on par.
I would have an issue with that if that was the case.
Yeah. And I think that's something like as a mobile with our Thunder God Battles game as a mobile developer, we've wrestled with too. Of we have our shuffles and our clues and our hints and our turns. Well, those can affect your game, so we had to build in we have our attacks and specialty skills. You can only use those once per entire 5-round battle. Mm-hmm. Their shuffles and clues you can use as many times as you need to if you want to buy them. But you can also earn them through daily spins. So we give people a chance to earn those things as well.
Right, so you can still get them.
Right. In fact, we actually even give gold away in our daily spins. So there are things that we do for players. But it's about balancing the gameplay. But there are games that are broken. I mean, we won't say there's certain racing games that had unlockable cars that were topped out and elite. And if you purchase them, you could just rock and roll on it. And,
nobody could touch you.
Yeah, so it's about finding that balance, I think.
Yeah, best little microtransaction or paid DLC, whatever it's called. Rocket League does it well with extra cars.
Extra cars? But is it extra powerful cars? Or
No,
just extra cars
it's just
it's just like
cosmetic.
Dota. It's just like Dota.
Yeah.
It's same
totally
thing.
cosmetic.
And I'm totally fine with that.
But it's really cool because one's the DeLorean and one of them's the Batmobile.
Okay, so see, that's something that almost would. I mean, I still probably wouldn't, but that's still something
It's
that
$2.
yeah, that I could maybe consider doing because that's really awesome.
And that
So, would you purchase an extra car in Rocket League, Gedalia?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the DeLorean like real soon.
Yeah,
I have to. I have to have the
I
DeLorean.
I can understand that.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think a situation by situation, game by game thing.
It is.
You know, it depends on how a developer implements it. Grand Theft Auto has a game you purchase, but then they also have that you can buy gold in game, in-game currency.
With shark cards, yeah, they
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
right now on consoles. They are the king of microtransactions.
Well,
you
they're
can
also the
play- you
king
can
of total
play that
units.
Entire game though with multiplayer and not ever touch microtransactions and have an absolute blast.
Yep.
Yeah, but
I've
if you
never-
the cool thing though is, like, for example, buying hideouts and stuff, right? That doesn't change the game really. I mean,
No.
I guess where you purchase one, it gives you some strategy, like what part of the town you purchase in.
Yeah,
but
it still doesn't really change much.
but no, it's more just for you as a player to enjoy your place. And so
Right,
I
right.
have no issue with that.
Right.
I have issues when I'm buying something when I don't have the money as a player, which is 80% of people that play games globally, especially if you get in the third world and stuff. They're still gamers that want to play, right? So
Sure.
if I buy a game and you buy the game, but then you buy this item I can't buy, and that's destroying me.
Right. You have,
I have issue with that.
Yeah, me too. That's exactly what I had issue with.
Also, they do have a very good gameplay balance. You can grind out in that game for maybe
Are we
an
talking Grand Theft
hour.
Auto still?
And you're still in Grand
Yeah.
Theft Auto. You can grind out for about an hour, and you can actually get whatever you need just by doing missions,
Mhm.
just by getting
Yeah.
money and doing heist or whatever. You can get that
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 million in one night and go grab whatever you need. It's balanced out perfectly.
Well,
And that's great. I have
and
no
that's what
problem
I
with that.
expect from a AAA studio development team.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we were talking earlier. You may have mentioned, I don't know if it's on the show or not, but The Witcher, how The Witcher did
Witcher
there.
3. CD Projekt Red, yeah, I don't know exactly how much the DLC was for The Witcher 3 or if it cost anything at all. I'm not really sure, but I know they also had they had a lot of free drops.
They had a lot of free, like, really big drops. Like, almost true expansion, or it may have been expansion size drops that was absolutely free. That you don't really see a lot at all happen. in
No,
games.
never.
In some ways, that's more of the MMO approach that the MMOs have moved to, like even World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
No.
dropping off free
Yeah.
content.
So I mean, there's so many different ways to do it, and I'm sure there's even probably a better way that's not been released yet that someone's coming up with. For me, I care about quality and I care about the gameplay mechanics not being broken through
Mhm.
that.
Right.
At the same time, I understand they need money. I mean, it costs a
Well,
lot of
especially
money.
on free-to-play games. Yeah. You
Oh,
gotta have some
especially,
way
yeah,
some way
my,
to
my
get it.
bigger issue is when a game like Forza comes out and
You're right.
creates a paywall the paywall is the issue. I think for a lot of us.
I don't play free to play games just because I don't like the format of the games the way it's to actually get to a point where because when you initially play the game,
Like a
if it's
Candy
good,
Crush.
you have fun.
Mhm.
You have fun. This is the reason I stopped playing World of Tanks because initially it was fun to me. And then you get to a point where you need to get some better stuff so you can start kind of competing. And then it stops being fun because I'm not going to grind
Yeah, it becomes a grind.
a week to 2 weeks
Well,
to grab
but
something.
they've
But that's
also-
just me.
But
That's just
World
me.
Tanks found, to their credit, found that hole, and they created that weekly and daily challenges where you get extra XP for completing missions.
Or they've got where you can purchase a tank for people like you who don't want to do the grind. You can still purchase
Yeah,
a
at pretty
stronger
reasonable
tank.
pricing. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
like,
it
and they
still
offer
doesn't make
weekly
the game-
specials and sales. Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
and it still doesn't break the game because it's still just it's tanks that you can still get through playing the game. That's still
Yeah.
comparable with those ones you pay
like
for.
they did such a good job. Like they have the ammunition, right? The purchasable ammunition through gold. It has more damage, but it does less penetration. So that it's very strategic in how you use it.
Yeah.
And situational. So again, they do have a thing that can affect it, but it's done in a way that doesn't break the game.
And
Yeah.
that's key.
Yeah, it is free to play, not free to have fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can have fun for free. You don't have to do anything in that game. In fact, statistically, 2% of free-to-play games user base provides 85% of their income. So, when you look at those kind of numbers, 1% of the global mobile marketplace is holding it up financially. 1%.
What?
So, I mean, this is the truth. There are kids in Southeast Asia, like in Thailand, who have smartphones that can never afford to buy games, a good quality game like Candy Crush or Thunder God Battles or, even those World Tanks. They're on mobile too now. But they can now get a free-to-play game that they would never have access to. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with opening that up to a fan base and then depending on the 1 to 5% to really fund the game. To me, that's a win-win, really, if done well.
If done well, that's key. I have no problem with either if it's done right.
Yeah, I don't have any. One headline I caught this weekend. Didn't get any details on it, but I heard that the new Gears 4 is going to have microtransactions. Don't know any details
Like what
about
that
it.
means.
Yeah, what do you think about your dominant online shooters going to a more microtransaction system than
Well, that depends on how,
Call of
depends on how
Duty-
it's done.
Call of
Then
Duty's
it'd be
already
awesome.
doing it.
I mean, no season
You're
passes
saying
or
no, just
anything.
move
Yes,
strictly to.
move straight.
Is
Like
that what
you
they're
buy.
doing?
I don't know exactly what they're doing. But if you
I
you
can't
wouldn't
see that
pay,
happening.
you wouldn't pay $60 for the game, and instead of doing DLC and
Like
season
ever?
passes, you actually can go in and to get extra things, you can get your things a la carte.
So like buy individual maps or.
Right.
Well, I'd have to see how it works.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be.
To me, bulk. I'd rather just get all the maps and like. I mean, a la carte. I just don't see that working.
Yeah, because then you run into the problem of
Well, your matchmaking issue.
because
Yeah, I
people
just-
have one map, they don't have the other. That would cause all kinds
Yeah,
of issues.
I don't see it working out at all.
Yeah, I don't either.
They have a hard enough time matchmaking with everyone having everything.
Now, however, I will say this: I would love for Call of Duty to a la carte their zombie maps. That would be awesome.
That would be good.
So I mean,
What about your opinion? Now, you haven't given us your opinion yet on how you feel about microtransactions.
Yeah, microtransactions for me are not. No, they're no. I want to buy. I
You
want
don't,
to
so you
go
don't
in
want it to
buy
exist at all. You don't want nothing to do
at
with
all
it.
whatsoever. I can understand the smaller guys and the smaller studios, and they're trying
What
to
about
make
a
money. I
completely
get
free
it. It's just
game?
not for me.
to me, it's more acceptable on mobile than on console.
It is
Very,
definitely more
yeah.
acceptable. Because they're used to that on
Well, not just
on
that.
mobile.
I mean, like to me, if you're making a console game, again, free to play.
Free to play is understandable. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is understandable. For you to play.
but when you're talking about I'm paying for a game and there's microtransactions on top of
Right,
that, I
right.
really that for me starts crossing to that like uncomfortable level where I'm like,
Yeah.
Paid $60. What? Why is
why
$2?
is Rizonian killing me left and right in the shooting game? Oh, because he
that's-
bought the G485
yeah, that I have
weapon.
a complete issue.
Yeah.
They've gotten a lot better with that. I haven't seen
They
any
have.
examples of that happening because balance issues and everything. People let them know. They let them know.
Well, and the one thing I will say too that's not being talked about is most gamers pirate games, even on console. People do stuff. I mean, so by doing microtransactions, you're essentially creating the opportunity for the developer to actually get paid from all the thieving that happens, and it's extensive.
Mhm.
Gamers are some of the shadiest people.
I've looked at your stats of people who've pirated your stuff.
It's insane.
Right.
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm a small developer. You know,
Right, and that kills small developers.
it kills
Well,
big developers.
everybody.
It kills
Yeah,
everybody.
It kills everybody.
I mean, stealing is wrong. Newsflash. And I hear the justification. Well, if I like it, I'm going to buy it. That doesn't work that way.
no. If you have a copy of the
You don't
game,
get to wear
you
clothes
buy
for a week and say, if I like this, I'm going to purchase
it.
this.
Right. And there's no process in place to make you bring back those clothes.
That's right.
You're not going to call wherever, Sears or whatever. Hey, I got these clothes. I haven't paid for it yet. I think I kind of like it, so run my credit card.
Exactly.
You know?
So, but yeah, in closing, guys, I think we're all in agreement. If done right, season passes are okay.
If done right, yes.
Microtransactions on mobile, fairly acceptable even for G. I think they're acceptable. Not his style.
I don't play mobile games.
Yeah, well, there you go. And then on the real issue is if you're a paywall, the issue is the paywall. That's what we don't. None of us like that. Pay to win. That's not okay.
No, right. Completely not okay.
Microtransactions. At the end of the day,
I'm okay with them.
thumbs up. At the end of the day, you're okay with them.
Again, done. It's situation by situation,
Yeah, I
but
can't say thumbs up because it has to be it's situational based for me. I guess it really kind of goes back to the same thing on season passes. If it's done correctly and it doesn't break the game or isn't a pay to win, whatever, I'm okay with it, especially for free to play games. But it just depends on if it's done correctly. If not, I'm totally against it.
I mean, to me, World of Tanks is the best example of a well done free to play across the
it's
board.
done. I have no issue at all with how World Tanks.
I don't either. I think props to
Or
those guys.
microtransactions.
Chris Taylor up there at War Game Machine. Those guys.
Yeah, when it comes to free to play, it may last about a week for me. That's about it. Microtransactions, microtransactions don't have a seat at my table at all whatsoever.
I'll tell you
No
what,
seat.
I played mobile games some, but I've yet to purchase anything.
All right, well, that's been a good episode. This week's been a good one. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah, we also guys, we'd love to hear your feedback on this stuff as
with
well.
comments, whatever you want us, or if you want us to talk about anything that we haven't discussed yet.
It's like, subscribe, share.
Like, subscribe, share,
That's
comment.
That's all. That's what we need right there. A lot from you. Well, this has been another 865 Gaming Conversation, and we out.